PhatNight is an exciting thing for PhatRice. It's something that we're going to be doing on a regular basis, and it's where we're going to be bringing in product developers, like you can see here, product designers, and anybody who's interested in this sector, so that we can have synergy, so that we can have collaboration.
In '95 I came out to Hong Kong, so I've been here 17 years, and I came out for a UK company who wanted me to set up their branch office out here. So I started in Projects, and in Projects is Asia's #1 retail project management consultancy service. We have 250 people, we're in 8 countries, and we actually open between 3,000 and 4,000 retail stores every year. I'm the founder and MD of Retail in Asia, which is Asia's leading retail intelligence company, and I also own a bakery, just for the hell of it. An AC Nielsen report that was out last month. And it said very simply, 50% of global consumers are willing to pay more for socially responsible products. And I'd never seen that before. I always thought maybe 5, 10, 15%. It's important to create something that people want to be part of. I think that that is the essence of PhatRice. A huge amount of work had been done, a lot of research. It was very obvious, a lot of effort been put into the business plan. I reviewed that. It was quite cautious. I think it wasn't at all aggressive. It was solid, it was visionary. It made sense. And I think with the passion and the energy and the drive that I've seen so far, if that continues, I'm certain PhatRice will be an inspirational success story.
I came to Hong Kong around 15 years ago, doing volunteer work amongst the local community, which is where I learned my Cantonese. Okay, so that's I wanted to try and see if it was possible to do a brand that was eco-conscious, that was sustainable, that was, socially ethical, but was also very locally based and sort of celebrating, like, this is where we are, we're making it here, we're selling it here. One thing leads to the next, leads to the next. We did wallets. Someone wanted one that would fit their passport. That became our passport wallet. Someone wanted a larger passport wallet because they travel with their children and they wanted to have 5 passports in one, so we made our family passport wallet. That led to the iPad wallet because someone said, this is awesome and I want my iPad to fit into this. PhatRice is really celebrating the local and celebrating the sort of the hidden treasure, the hidden finds in the market that I do think a lot of people are looking for. They want to have that experience of, I found something that not everyone knows about.
A couple months ago, I visited Cambodia, which is a place where a lot of human trafficking happens. And a lot of NGOs are set up there to rescue the girls. There are a lot of NGOs who teach the girls how to sew, but it only ends there. It's not really sustainable. What you need is a product that will relate to the market. I want to create a side project, something like a canvas bag, some accessories. That's easier to make. Create a pre-order using the PhatRice platform, a pre-order thing so that I could gather an order, an actual order, and I could bring it towards these NGOs and say, like, here's an order, so you could kind of afford this kind of time using the product. I can use it as a training tool to teach you how to do more things. But with PhatRice, it's like, these are good stuff. And they vouch for it. They vouch for this to be a good product. It's got a social cause or it's got an ecological cause. These things are things that people can stand behind and believe in.
And so we went to the university and we worked with Steve Jobs' Next Web Objects, the stuff that's now iOS, yeah? And we created this relational database that was way ahead of its time, right? It would on the fly create databases. What that meant was, instead of building 50 different pages, you just entered in all the data, press a button, bang, here comes the car. 3 years after that, I joined Groupon, right? So I've always kind of done really interesting jobs and I've been at the right place at the right time. PhatRice is on a bit of a wave in terms of that, right? Like if you did this, I don't know, 100 years ago, very difficult, especially with no PC, right? But the whole concept of catching a wave, I think the timing is right. You can tell when you go beyond surface, there's a whole bunch of guys that pitch ideas to me all the time. But then the next level down is, do you really believe in this stuff? And belief is, I think, what's going to carry you through, right? If you have a core base of why you want to do it, about changing the world, how you actually do it can change over time. For now, it could be digital. In 6 months' time, it's probably going to be mobile. In 9 months' time, it's going to be wearable, right? So what you do will change, but at the very core, if you really believe you want to change the world, That's exciting. And I think that's why a lot of people are in this room, right? They want to be part of something that changes the world.
So PhatRice, you can see, is going to be a 3P bottom line company, and that means profit, that means planet, and that means people. And that's very, very important to us. That's what a successful company really means. The consumers in this market are changing. We already heard that over half of people in Hong Kong and in Taiwan said, yes, I would be willing to pay more money if I knew that this product was socially responsible. How incredible is that? If that's not an opportunity, I don't know what is. But we're so privileged and we're so humbled to be living in a time where consumers care about the products that they develop. It hasn't always been that way. And this is a new trend that's emerging. And so, because they care, that they are rewarding the companies who are socially responsible. They're rewarding the companies who are environmentally responsible. And that's why PhatRice can exist, and that's why we can be successful. So I want to thank all of you on behalf of the whole team for coming out tonight to our first ever PhatNight. We're so excited to have you here. Thank you guys so much.
We're hoping that, going forward we can have more and more of these kinds of PhatNights where we can get people together just to create that energy, to create that excitement about what really are some of the world's most inspirational products.
I'm excited about the possibility that this creates, both for business, and I love the bottom line that they're talking about.
We have return to profit, return to social, return to environmental. This is a very good platform.
It's going to be huge. Yeah, it's going to be really well received in the market.
Really, really exciting to be a part of something that's just starting up, something so exciting that's quite broad in its spectrum of what it's going to affect and change of local community and global communities.
Next steps, I think the most important thing for Anthony and the team to do is to get started. Get started.